is up? What is up? What is up? Everyone, everyone, everyone. It is another day, another time, and another week for yours and my favorite Monday night show. And I ain't talking about Monday night football. I'm talking about Real Talk Monday. I got my girl back with me tonight, Miss Hannah Irby. What is up, sis?
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all, we did not go live last week. It was my birthday. We still gave y'all a live show, but it was pre-recorded. It was our anniversary slash birthday episode. Shout out to my sisters, Miss Sarah Renee and Arthur Nikki Nicole for coming on and interviewing me for that. We appreciate them. But you all, tonight we got another fire conversation for y'all tonight. So, Hannah, before we get started with this conversation, I'm gonna let you hit them with the root specs for today, and then we're gonna jump into this conversation. But I need y'all to say, I need y'all to tag, and tell everybody that we on. Let's go.
James, you got the respects for today.
I thought you had it.
No, I didn't have it. I've been on the road all day.
Hold on, I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Hold on, y'all. There ain't no root specs for this week because I thought she
Okay.
had it. I thought
No,
she
you
thought
gonna
I
do
had
the
it. But we
respects. I
got
didn't
y'all.
say I was
We
gonna
got
do
y'all
that.
next
I'm
week.
giving that to you. You got that.
All right,
You
all
brought
right,
it
all right.
back, so you
We
gotta
got
keep
y'all
it.
next week. We got y'all next week. So let's jump into the conversation. So, sis, tell them what we're talking about tonight.
Tonight we're talking about the two kinds of love, raising a child versus loving a partner.
Man, this is about to be a powerful topic. So, sis, what is, how do you love somebody unconditionally? Like, how do you do that? Especially when you have a child. Like, how do you find that balance? I'm going to start the question off here.
Okay. I think it definitely has to be, understanding. Unconditionally is, a person not getting mad if you cancel the last minute because you have to do something for your kids or your child gets sick. Understanding that your availability might be limited because your child is your priority. Um, so that's the unconditional part to me, with the partner having to understand that. And then also with the child, it goes hand in hand with the child. You have to explain to your child, like, I'm talking to this person, so we're going to split me between both of you the best I can. And you can't lose yourself in them as you're doing that as well. You got to always keep yourself in the forefront. So it's
Very true.
very, yeah, it's a lot.
Like, it can be because, like, when you trying to, like, learn that balance of learning yourself, like finding that time for yourself, finding that time for your partner, and making sure that your child feels loved as well. Like,
Mhm.
and you all, I can honestly say that my sis Hannah, y'all, this is like a superwoman, like here, right here. Like when I tell you, she makes it look easy. She definitely makes it look very easy to find that balance, and like legit, you make it look easy finding that balance. So I want to
I
applaud you.
mean, thank you. I give it to definitely to God and just creating a structured routine for yourself and never giving up on yourself because it's going to be challenges and roadblocks. But once you find something that works, and if you have to tweak a little bit because that doesn't work, then you just have to keep going. You can't give up. And if you do give up, it's okay to be down and give up and be in a fog for a little while, a couple days. Might take you a couple weeks, but then you got to get back on it and just push forward. Because it's hard. Like I make it look easy, but it's a lot behind the scenes.
Y'all, legit, I know it's a lot behind the scenes because I talked to her. Like legit, I was talking to her today. I didn't even get to talk to my sister like that legit today. But still, and then like when I talk to her, she telling me everything that she done all day. And I'm like, ma'am, how are you like, but like I said, she makes it look easy. Legit. She makes it look very easy. So my next question, I agree with this statement right here. I don't think many men are vulnerable, transparent, and empathetic enough to understand a woman getting exhausted.
Yes, that is so true. And that's what I like with one of the best traits I like with my friend now. Like they understand that. They're real big on like, you know, go to sleep, and they respect that. But then in the back of your mind is wondering like, why are you so compassionate? Because everybody else been a beehole about it. So why are you different? But I do love that trait in them a lot, that they're very understanding. Like I get exhausted. Like when I go to bed, if I go to bed at 9:30, 10, it's because I'm exhausted. My day starts at 4. I pray, I stretch, I hit the gym before I even wake the girls up. And then if I'm not doing that, then I'm cooking, um, and doing other things around the house, laundry, and then we go from there. Because at 6:30, they got to get up, they got to get ready. You're doing hair. I cook breakfast every day. I don't do like processed foods. I'm trying to cut back on that as much as possible. So I'm cooking fresh ingredients a lot now, because that affects a lot of things with these kids and all this stuff they label them with. So it's a lot.
I can see it, but
And a lot of them don't understand it. That is so true. Like, oh, I feel that. Yes.
I agree with this statement too. There has to be a balance, but you can't be jealous of my kids.
Amen. And that's a red flag.
True, that is.
Yes,
If you are my
ma'am.
husband or my maid, you have to listen to me and understand my body language the way I understand yours.
Mhm.
So this goes back to something we talked about on last episode. Are
Mhm.
y'all basically saying y'all want men to be mind readers?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Because it's like it's hard for us to understand y'all's body language because y'all could say one thing, but it means something totally different. So what are y'all saying from us? What are y'all needing from us? Like you got to communicate
You
because
gotta
sometimes
communicate.
I feel like sometimes women always talk about men not wanting to communicate, but I feel like sometimes women don't communicate as well.
That's true. Like, are you saying, and you could probably confirm, like, are you saying when you, this is an example, when, you know, uh, I like chocolates and sweets this time of the month. Are you bringing me my chocolate and sweets that time of the month? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things like that. Or I like
Exactly.
flowers. But did you actually say I like flowers? Like I'm verbalized. Like I like flowers twice a month.
Like the one thing that I love is a woman that's not afraid to speak her mind. That tells me what she wants, and I ain't gotta run around guessing. Because let me be real, with everything I do on a daily basis, I don't have time to try to figure out everything that there is to know about you. There are some things that yes, I'm just gonna automatically know. But there's gonna be times where I need you to communicate with me. Communication is a two-way street.
Very true. And I'm so busy reading my children's mind, I can't read your mind, sir.
Dude, I like this comment. Yes, but you also have to pay attention when communication is made because nobody's going to keep communicating the same thing over and over. No, I
Well, that
agree.
goes back to what we talked about last week, also the last episode, where are you modifying your behavior because I've expressed my concerns because you feel that it's worth the change, or are you still continuing the same behavior?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Hmm.
Like, if you telling me that you don't like it when I call you late at night, but I'm still calling you late at night because that's what I'm comfortable in doing, I'm not doing it.
You don't care about my concerns.
True. I agree with that. I can see that. I can see that. So what y'all saying is pay attention to y'all's routines. Pay attention to how you move and how you operate. Now
But
the
are you
women that
paying
are on
attention to
here,
the
I know
man too,
y'all are
though?
not.
Because it goes both ways. Are you paying attention to his routine? You want
Yes,
all
it's
this from
vice
him, but
versa.
what are you putting in? Are we looking at each other, or is it just a one sided way?
I agree.
Hmm.
Okay, okay, we can do that. Now, as men, we are guys that you got to explain it to multiple times sometimes. You got to tell us multiple times, like, yo, this is what I'm doing. So I need you to be here for this. I need you to set this. Don't make me the family administrative assistant as you selected proposal importance just because you are spoiled mama's boy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's a powerful topic right there. That's a topic right there. All right, all right, all right. Um, all right. So let's look at this one. Exploring. Let's talk about exploring unconditional versus conditional love. What does that look like?
To me, I
Yeah.
would say unconditional love. It's like the love you have for your child, no matter what your child does, you're gonna still love them and try to be there for them and support them. And you're like, okay, tell me the truth, whether I want to hear it or not, tell me the truth, and let's work through it. Like we always tell each other the truth. And I think we need to work on demonstrating that in our relationships as well. Like, just tell me what's going on. Let's talk through it, communicate through it, and let's try to overcome it together, not based on stipulation. Well, if I help you with this, you're going to help me with that. That's conditional. If I do this, you're going to do this for that. Because I try not to be conditional with my children as well. Like, okay, let's just be honest. Let's work together. You got to ask, okay, how do we move forward and get this grade up? Or, you broke your AirPods, you lost your AirPod. Okay, well, we can get some more AirPods, but I'm going to need you to bring this room together for 2 weeks, then I'm gonna need you to make a B on your next test, not just cussing out, or if you're going to the braces, the orthodontist, and they're constantly saying you're not wearing rubber bands, and it's reminding, pairing them, and communicating with them for the concept that works the best for them, adapting to assist them become the best potential. And you have to do that with your mate too. Like you have to, you know, communicate and be consistent.
Right. You have to. Consistency goes both ways.
Hmm.
Like you can't ask your man to be consistent when you're not being consistent. All right, I'm gonna let you ask the next question. If you need them, I can text them to you.
You're so silly. I don't get you. You gonna stop speaking with me. Um, so the sacrifices you make for your children versus the compromises with companions. That's deep. Like, and I make sacrifices for my children, like to be in a certain school district, to participate in certain activities. That's God in me when you see it. Know that that's God in me. And I make sacrifices. All right. So would you still would I make those type of sacrifices in my relationship? People go through trauma and drama and sometimes they don't heal from it. And so they're not able to go in with a fresh slate in the new relationship to do those compromises because they're still healing from all the hurt and pain and disappointment from the previous relationship.
Facts. I think
Hmm.
I'm a strong component of Jesus and therapy.
Oh yeah.
Like, do not take past hurt into a future relationship. Do that work, get that healing. And I know within our community, within the African American community, we are the type that don't want to deal with that. We want to deal with the fact of, you know what? Let me just move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. Okay, you can keep moving on to the next one. But if you moving on to the next one and you still dealing with that same hurt and you still talking about dudes ain't crap, women ain't crap, okay, maybe it ain't the dudes and maybe it ain't the women. Maybe it's you. And you gotta check yourself on why am I surrounding myself with these type of people? What is it about me? What am I presenting that keeps bringing these type of people in my life?
So you gotta take that time to grow individually. And I would say when you grow individually, what you tolerate and don't tolerate is totally different. When you put God at the forefront, then you get you some therapy, you find you some hobbies, and you create your own identity within yourself, just you and your kids, and then you get in that bag too. You're not going to attract the same low vibrational type men. You're going to open a whole new market. Even in women, you can tell us about that. Just like when you heal on yourself and get your credit together and you start taking those steps to put you in a different area, it really changes because you'll see people that you probably used to talk to and or that you would entertain, and you're like, I can't entertain that no more. And create those boundaries with your family, um, everybody, anything, it has to have a boundary. Boundaries are healthy. Healing is necessary.
I agree. I
And a
agree.
healthy lifestyle is fundamental.
Hmm. I'm not sacrificing for anyone that doesn't have the same amount of risk involved, especially for someone under the age of 18. I give grace, especially because they saw me sacrifice and got beat for it. I hope the next man I meet is in a held space in love with God that then us as a unit. I agree with that. You got to find you somebody that loves God so much that they got to go through God to get to you. So what that goes to is you got to get your relationship with God right too. You got to make sure that you are so in love and in such a relationship with God that you know what God got to go through. They got to go through God to get to you. Period. Point blank. Hold on. My fear is a man or family trying to molest my kids, so I have strong anxiety. I'm in therapy for, and I will need to move carefully. You made the first step. You're in therapy, and you are admitting that that's a fear. You made
So
that
you
first
guys,
step.
yeah, have faith over fear. And just really, like Jay said, get in line with God because God's gonna give you that discernment. And when you get in that relationship with Him and it grows to that level, it's so supernatural. God speaks to you all the time, and you like, okay.
Yeah, you'll find so much peace once you get in that relationship with
Mm-hmm.
that person. Once you get that relationship with God, and that relationship with God is on point, man. When I tell you that once I started focusing on God more and not a spouse, everything else in my life started falling into place.
Mm-hmm. So true.
It was like once I started focusing on God, things started getting better. Then He finally blessed me to meet someone that, you know what, yo, I can grow with. Yo, I can vibe with. Yo, we do have a lot in common. Yo, we can grow from here. Yo, we are on that same level, mindset level, thinking level, growth level. Let's do it. It's like we can have those hard conversations, but then also we can sit there and laugh and talk and act crazy and silly too. It's like you got to find that person that is not only your best friend, not only your confidant, but they're your prayer warrior too.
Yeah.
They all three combined into one. best friend, confidant, and prayer warrior. You gotta find that person that when you crying on that phone at night, they're like, all right, what can I do to fix this problem? I also have rigid boundaries that are based on physical appearance, but on the things that I want to build, pursue unconditional love, not just a fairy tale. For me, Disney messed our life up because Disney gave us that fairy tale. Everything is gonna be great. You're gonna live happily ever after. The end. In real life, it ain't like that. Yeah, you might meet your Cinderella. Yeah, you might meet your Prince Charming, but it ain't gonna be all Humpty Dory throughout that whole time. Y'all gonna go through some bumps. Y'all gonna go through some bruises. Y'all gonna go through some ups and some downs. But it's not about having a perfect relationship, but it's finding somebody that is perfect for you while you're going through your ups and your downs of your relationships. That's what it's about. How you feel about that, Hannah?
Definitely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And that person that listens to you and they hear your concerns, the person that you make changes for, all of that is really just so nice.
I agree.
And it ain't always the bowl of peaches. Like you go through things, but we gonna pray through it. We gonna fast through it, and we gonna get over it.
Exactly. It's
Hmm.
like y'all gonna go through them together. A
Hmm.
relationship is not about like okay, everything perfect, but what it is when the things aren't perfect, you got somebody that's praying with you and going through them with you. When you are at your lowest moment and you ugly crying, that person is right there beside you, like, all right, baby, how can I fix this? Let me fix this issue. I know you upset right now, but let me fix this issue. That's right there. I don't expect my partner to be my therapist.
Right.
That, ooh, that's
Valid.
good. That's good because
Yeah.
there are so many. One of the biggest pet peeves that I've had, and I will say it again, like I said it before. One of the biggest pet peeves I have is when somebody says, I found my better half. So what you telling me is you ain't a whole person. You
Thank
wasn't a
you.
whole person when you got into this relationship. It shouldn't be you found your better half. It should be I found a part of me that I never knew I was missing. We already whole. We both did our work. So now guess what? We able to come out here and destroy the Satan's kingdom and we ready to build up the kingdom of God. We putting our foot on Satan's neck every day. And that's on Mary and all them little lambs. We putting our foot on Satan's neck every single day. Ooh. Man, y'all coming through in the comments, and I love it. I love it. I love it because y'all making it so easier for us.
Yes, it does require vulnerability, very much so. And it's hard to find a man that's vulnerable, but that comes from the trauma of their past that, they might not feel comfortable. But when you grow together and learn each other, and you have to be careful how you speak to a man, like, you know, you gotta be careful.
I agree.
Hmm. Words have power. Just like how we speak to our kids, we gotta be careful. Stop, can't be cussing kids out, frustrated, mad, pouring toxicity into them. You gotta speak life in them. Like you gotta be patient with them. You gotta love and support them. And when they want to talk down themselves, no, you don't speak to yourself like that. You are not a loser. You're not a failure. You are not. No, you are a priority. You are important. You are loved.
You are needed. You are
You are
loved.
perfectly made. Now that behavior you just demonstrated, I don't agree with that because it was disrespectful, it was defiant. But you're not a bad kid.
Mm-mm.
You gotta talk to your partner like that too, though.
Like you gotta have those conversations with your partner where you're like, you know what, you are a king or you are a queen.
Hmm.
You are the head and not the tail. Before
Hmm.
they walk out that door every morning, y'all ought to be prayed up, praying, asking God to cover y'all. So here's my question to you, Hannah. How do you find time for date night while having children as well? Help the people out on here.
I have a schedule. So I have a calendar and I put my stuff on the calendar, everybody's activities, therapy, tutoring, everybody's stuff is on the calendar. And then I I have three fitters that I utilize. So that way, I have more availability and I go from there. That's how I do it.
Facts, facts,
Mhm.
facts, facts. You
So if
gotta
one
put it
can't
on the
do it, we go to sitter number two. Sitter two can't do it, sitter number three. But I would say that's the greatest thing is to be able to have a village. I also have a village. Um, I have met some great people and they hold me down and I hold them down. So if I'm unable to secure a sitter and I still want to do the date, then I pencil it in like that. But also people, the person that I entertain is very understanding. So it's not like I want this tonight, you know what I'm saying? Or we need to go out on this day. They care about my feelings, my health. They understand I have a lot going on and they respect that. So a day can be just during the day while the kids are at school, taking extended lunch, going to grab some Mexican food.
facts. You gotta find that
Mhm.
village that protects you and cover you the same way you cover them. And you gotta make it intentional. And sometimes it may be you gotta do date nights with you and your kids. Mm, wow. If you are mad at me, take a moment, pull yourself together, then talk to me, not down to me. I absolutely hate when people weaponize my weakness and don't make it clear for me to be soft. I have been the man all in my relationships. And that's not fair to you.
Mhm.
You ought to be able to walk into your feminine energy.
A man has to make you feel safe to be in feminine energy. And if you're the man in a relationship, then we're not really in a relationship. Like if I'm the man, we're not in a relationship.
Facts.
You gotta soft life is not just money, time. No, you need to make me feel safe and secure in your presence. I need to know that if I come to you with my problem, we can come with a resolution. I need to know that you're the head, not the tail.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like we gotta make sure that we are like taking care of each other. The same way that I take care of you, you ought to take care of me.
Mhm.
And like we gotta find that balance. And you all, we appreciate y'all walking with us tonight. Like y'all in here in these comments, and y'all walking with us heavy tonight. Ooh, one day because wait, baby solution they can barely read. One day, one of the homeboys. Yeah. Like if you feeling like you are not in a relationship, then 9 times out of 10 you're not. Just keeping it real with y'all. Because a man is gonna make it very clear that he wants you. A little boy is gonna play with you. A man is gonna sit there and be like, all right, look, I know you've been hurt. I know you've been played with. But give me about 90 days to prove to you that I ain't them other dudes. Let me
Mhm.
show you better than I could tell you.
Actions speak volume. You can tell me anything under the sun, but those actions speak volume.
Yeah, for sure. Actions speak volumes. You all, we appreciate y'all for working with us tonight. We definitely coming back next week, and I will have y'all a roots back for next week. I promise you. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And since I'm gonna let you give them some closing words real quick.
It is Monday. It is a marvelous week. That fall weather is hitting Georgia so nice right now. It's been raining all day. Um, but just stay encouraged. Work on yourself. The greatest gift you can give is to work on yourself. Build yourself up because it is the most greatest feeling and so awesome. And if you can't do it for you, do it for your kids, and then everything else is going to fall together.
Facts.
Don't let your procrastination be the assassination of your success.
Not that you went back and grabbed one of them old ones. Not that you went back and grabbed one of them old ones. If y'all a real Talk Monday fan, y'all know she used to say that all the time. Hit him with that one more time.
Do not let your procrastination be the assassination of your success.
Ma'am, that needs to be on a t-shirt. Legit. I ain't playing with you. So you all, what I'm gonna leave y'all with is take that time. Take your time to do the work and make sure that you are completely healed before you try to jump into something else. And as I always tell y'all, sometimes our disappointments are nothing more than God's appointments, meaning some things we look at as bad, God is only turning it around for our good. I apologize to you all. I know y'all seen me jump off the screen a couple of times tonight. My allergies have been on 1,000 ever since I left work. I don't know what it is. I've been sneezing and everything. So we appreciate you all walking with us. But I wanted to come on here and make sure that y'all got a great show. Hannah was on my case. She was texting me behind the scenes talking about we cutting this short. Take care of yourself. That's what I love about her. She is definitely one that is going to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as far as taking care of me. So we love you all. Shout out to Angola for rocking with us as hard as you all do on the podcast side of things. We are still climbing higher and higher over there. We appreciate you all. And be on the lookout. We have a lot of great things in the works. And I will see you all on Wednesday night, where Miss Cortesia Oxford and I will be back live again on Wednesday night for Kingdom Boss Mindset. And we will be talking about content creation again. You all get over there and check that out because when I tell you all, she has helped me in many ways behind the scenes. I definitely appreciate her. And then y'all can tune in on Friday. We'll be back with breaking up with toxicity with me and Miss T Marie, and we have our first guest coming on that show. So y'all tune in with us on that. And as I would say, see y'all next week. See y'all on Wednesday night. Peace. Love y'all. Hello. We pray that you enjoyed this episode coming from James H. Glover Studios. And if you want to see more like it, follow us, like, and subscribe to all of our social media stations so that you can never miss another episode like this. See y'all soon.